right, welcome to a special edition of the Stretch Line Bait and Tackle Show. Today we got a little treat for you. We are going to cook up some grilled Texas style jalapeno spice sauerkraut. This is great for putting on Reubens or Bratwurst or whatever you like. But anyway, so this is my first recipe cooking on YouTube here, so bear with me. I think I've got it set up and ready to go, and we'll get started right now. So what I have here is I have my Blackstone griddle going. I've got it warming up right now, and I've got all my ingredients together. I've got my jalapenos diced. I've got diced jalapenos. I like to do them in small little chunks. You can size them to however you like. That was one large jalapeno. I have one large Vidala onion sliced up. Jar of your favorite sauerkraut. It can be any brand you like. It doesn't matter because we're going to fix it. And this is drained, so you want to drain it and set your juice aside. I also have paprika, about 1 tablespoon, and about 1 teaspoon of dill weed. All right, so now I got the griddle up and going. I'll put a little olive oil on here. All right, and we're going to grill these onions and the jalapenos together. There's a little olive oil right on top of that. And we'll get this cooking up here. Okay, now when it comes to the jalapenos and the onions, I just want to grill them lightly till they're like translucent, maybe just slightly toasted, and not too much. You don't want to overdo it. You just want to get them lightly toasted. And then the next thing you do is you'll take your sauerkraut, a bit right on your griddle. Remember, this is drained. All I'm looking for here is to lightly grill, lightly brown choose a train. Lightly brown the sauerkraut. This is going to take some of the tartness out of it, and we'll take care of that later when we head towards the end. But right now we're just going to do a You can add a little, while you're toasting the sauerkraut, if you wish, you can add a little paprika to it. I know there's some people out there that may not care for sauerkraut or don't like the tanginess or sourness, and there's other people, especially all you pickle eaters, that love this stuff. So what this does is when you grill this and you drain and you grill this sauerkraut, it takes a lot of that tartness out. And then at the end, when we've got this ready to combine together to finish up, you can add that removed juice and bring it up to the level of tartness that you want. But let me tell you something, when you grill this sauerkraut like this, and then you add the onions and the jalapenos, and it's combined together, it's a nice spicy little tart sauerkraut flavor, Texas themed flavor that, I mean, I'm telling you, it's awesome on some bratwurst. And the next video I will be doing probably tomorrow will be some grilled pastrami that is wrapped around bratwurst. So we're going to do bratwurst, and we're going to lightly grill the pastrami, wrap it around, put them in pretzel buns with this sauerkraut on top, a little spicy German mustard. Let me tell you something, doesn't get any better than that. I know this video here is a little bit different themed from our normal fishing and kayaking series that we do with the Stretch Line Bait and Tackle Shop, but we want to add in some fun things and some different things. And yes, our focus is fishing, and I mean all types of fishing: bass fishing, cat fishing, perch, you name it. I mean, fishing is fishing, and then kayaking, of course. So I'm a big kayak channel, starting a new kayak channel. I'll be hitting the bass circuit soon, and working on a couple series, working on one on the West Fork of the Trinity River, where I will start where it enters Tarrant County in the north end, runs through Eagle Mountain Lake, the Nature Preserve, Lake Worth, and then as it winds its way through downtown Fort Worth, and we will fish that whole section, do a 4 or 5 part section on that. So that'll be coming up also. So we haven't forgot our fishing, and we haven't forgot the bait and tackle that we'll be doing, but we like to throw in a little something different, a little something fun, especially if it's food, because we love food. What I'm looking for is a slight browning on the sauerkraut, and just as the onions start to turn a little translucent, and that'll be about time to combine everything. Now, if you don't have a Blackstone griddle, you can do this in a cast iron pot or a cast iron skillet on your stove in your house. You can take a flat cast iron pan and put it out on your barbecue grill and use a wood fire, and that's really good because you'll get some of that smoky flavor depending on what type of wood you use, and into that sauerkraut. And so you can use some mesquite, oak, or pecan. Pecan's really good with this, and impart some new flavors and sensations into this sauerkraut. And I'm telling you, when you mix them up like this and you put it on a pretzel roll bratwurst, it's phenomenal. Alright, my onions are just starting to turn a little translucent. They're not quite ready yet. So at this stage here, you can start combining the sauerkraut and your onions and jalapenos together. Finish them off together, and that way it lets the spices and the flavors kind of marry together. Now, as far as your oils, I myself prefer olive oil, and I like to use a good olive oil on here. I use that on my browning process. Now, if you're not a fan of olive oil, you can use bacon grease. Bacon grease is great, and I'm telling you, that's another flavor you can add. It adds a complexity and flavors to your sauerkraut and your onions and this jalapenos. So really, really good. All right, getting pretty close. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dome it now. Put this dome on there while we're finishing up cooking. Let it trap that steam in there and add that flavor and help everything blend together really good. So, but anyway, like I said, it's a new channel here, and we want to do creative, fun things. And you know, as I've always said, I'm not the best speaker in the world, but we're just trying to bring content. It's not about me. It's about bringing something that you may enjoy doing or you may like doing, or trying something new. You never know. That's